Hey everyone, Lewis aka Spider-Man 991 here, and it's summertime, which means it's time for summer reading. And unlike your school, I'm going to recommend some awesome comic books instead of great American classics. So, in April, DC had its first hit in a while with Shazam, and this movie was very well received by moviegoers. A lot of people loved it, so I'm going to give you some comics. So this list is all about comics that you should read after seeing the Shazam movie. First on my list is Shazam, a celebration of 75 years. This is a great anthology collection. It has several Captain Marvel and Shazam stories from the very beginning, back in the Golden Age, to the modern day. The Golden Age is where a lot of Shazam fans believe that is where the character was most popular, which is arguably true. He was outselling Superman during that time. But Golden Age comics are very hard to find nowadays, and this is the best collection on the market that has them available. Also, it's great for. Also, I think this is a good book for just new fans in general because it has great exposure to different times of Shazam's life, and it gives people a taste about because there are a lot of Shazam comics, and it gives them an idea about which direction they want to pursue the most. Personally, after reading this book, I started to buy and download the Power of Shazam series from the 90s digitally because it was also on sale. So if you really have someone who is completely new to the character, then I would say that Shazam, a celebration of 75 years, is a good place to start. Another reason people love Shazam is how family friendly it was. And that was definitely something that was great. I sometimes feel like superhero movies, even though some people say they're for kids, it is kind of a toss-up given the level of violence and stuff. But this was definitely a perfect family-friendly superhero film. And if you have a little kid that really loved this movie, then a comic I recommend for them is Shazam and the Monster Society of Evil. It is written and drawn by Jeff Smith, who comic book fans know as the creator of the comic book Bone. Basically, this story presents a retelling of Billy Batson's origin, a new story about how he discovers his sister Mary, and it reintroduces Dr. Sivana and Mr. Mind. One very unique thing about this series is how it sort of goes back to the original Golden Age concept of Captain Marvel, which is that Captain Marvel and Billy Batson are two separate beings sharing the same dimensional space. As in, when Billy transforms into Captain Marvel, Billy's gone and Captain Marvel takes his place. Nowadays in modern comics, I think pretty much any Shazam comic post-crisis it's just basically Billy but with a superpowered form. Personally, I do like that a bit more, but it is a little refreshing to go back to the original concept. So there are some really fun cartoon designs here that I'm pretty sure a lot of kids are going to enjoy. And also, if you don't know what to get your niece or nephew for Christmas and they say they love Shazam, well, this would also be a good stocking stuffer. Kind of weird that I'm talking about Christmas in the middle of summer. The last book I'm going to recommend is Shazam, Volume 1. Even though we are still currently in the first arc of the new Shazam ongoing series, this collects Shazam's New 52 appearances from when it was a backup title in the Justice League New 52 title. Eventually, and this is just basically a prelude to the current ongoing Shazam series. Though honestly, they could have just called it Volume 0 instead of Volume 1. That might make a little more sense. This is also the first in-continuity appearance of the Shazam family. And personally, I think this version of Billy Batson is kind of my favorite. I like that he's a little cynical, but still ultimately does the right thing. And his exchange with and I really do like the dialogue exchange between him and the Wizard about whether or not pure good people actually exist. And also, for the plot of this whole origin story, if you take out Black Adam, it's basically the movie. Like seriously, if you really love the movie, this is the comic that pretty much inspired it. Although we did not get to see Black Adam in the movie, he does have a big role in this story. So if you felt the only thing that you hate about the movie was lack of Black Adam, then I highly recommend picking this up. Alright, and so those are my summer reading list for people who love Shazam. I'm going to be making a few more of these videos over the course of the summer, so stay tuned for that. Remember to subscribe and stay notified. Also, follow me on Twitter because my Twitter handle is just basically my channel name, Spider-Man 991. Thank you again for watching, and I will see you later.